Wow, that's one hell of a time jump. I wake up at the sound of my alarm, then begin my morning routine. When I enter the kitchen, I make myself a bowl of cereal. Nikki's already left for school. Lately, she's been leaving early almost every day. It barely phases me anymore, especially after I found the cereal in the grocery store. The most expensive box of Tiger Flakes I ever bought. Finishing up breakfast, I hop on my bike and head to school. Valerie is already waiting for me and waves at me over as soon as I enter the classroom.
I have news for you.
Good news or bad news? She pauses and grins playfully.
Come with me to the hangar after class and I'll show you.
A hangar? Is it something to do with my core?
What else would it be about?
Take your pick. My powerful thrusters, strong sturdy exterior, or lightning quick agility, to name a few.
If you're so lightning quick, how come Eagle gets so beat up during matches?
I don't know which matches you've been watching, but clearly they aren't mine.
Pretty sure they are.
Then you have a strange definition of so beat up, considering the most Eagle's ever gotten is a few scratches on his armor. Valerie smirks.
I've seen some dents in there too.
Sure, from blocking.
Mm-hmm.
Valerie waits expectantly.
So?
So what?
You haven't said yes yet. Will you come with me to the hangar?
Yeah, I'll go with you.
Good. I was starting to think maybe you didn't want to be alone with me.
Uh-oh. Before I can respond, the professor raises her voice over the chatter.
Good morning, everyone. In today's lesson, we will cover...
I'm zoning out.
That's all for today. Have a great rest of your day.
Huh? What? Yeah, that's the thing. Just as I've finished packing up my things, Valerie grabs my hand and pulls me towards the door.
Let's go!
Sure, just give me a minute. But she's already started walking with me in tow. I hastily grab for my bag. Or we can go now. We cut across campus and enter the hangar through the main entrance of the pilot's lounge. Inside the hangar, Valerie rushes straight for Eagle's terminal, shooting impatient glances at me as I follow behind. She sets herself in front of the terminal, and after typing a sequence, she proudly points at the screen.
Check it out!
Cool. Numbers. I glance at the screen and see a continuous string of numbers. Valerie is trying to hold back a smile, waiting for my reaction. I'm not sure what I should be looking at, but I don't want to disappoint her. This is really cool.
I know. It took me forever to find it, but I think this is the big breakthrough we've been waiting for.
Really? What does it say? God damn it. She pauses and smiles coyly.
You have no idea what this code is, do you?
Shit. That last question gave me away, didn't it?
Yup.
Fuck.
Well, you know how all the system scans we've been doing haven't shown anything new?
Yeah?
Our approach was the mistake. I was thinking, if I wanted to leave a secret message on a system, I would embed it into existing code and spoof the service identity so that it would remain inconspicuous during scans.
Ah, okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Well, I was doing a manual evaluation through listed services during the last week and noticed a discrepancy here. When I tried to execute it, it came back with this screen.
Nice. Her voice grows with excitement.
I'm positive there's something behind this code.
Really? Then let's find out what it is.
I was hoping you'd say that. Tell me how to decrypt it and we'll find out in a second.
Oh, well, I'll just do that, smartass. What makes you think that I know how to do that? She raises an eyebrow.
Doesn't any of this look familiar?
I squint at the screen and scroll through the code. No. Although Dad and I worked together to build Eagle, he didn't let me touch the programming for the core. Would you be able to hack it? Valerie bites her lip as she thinks.
Yeah, but it might take a few days.
That's probably still faster than it would take me to figure it out. She grins.
I won't argue with that. Okay, I'll do it. But only because you're cute.
Woo, she thinks we're cute! She winks at me, then turns towards the terminal. Thanks. Already engrossed in the code, Valerie gives me a short wave of dismissal. Fine. I'll go do my own thing. As I find my way out of the hangar, my phone dings with an email from the school administration. I scan through its contents. Huh? Due to disqualification, Team Strike X, my team will now face Yuuna Bagesha in this week's match. I wonder what Strike X did to get themselves disqualified. ... My phone vibrates with a group chat from Show. You guys get that email? I type out my response. Yeah, wonder what Strike X did. Probably lied about something important. That's one reason why we left. Wait, Strike X was Show and Kaori's old team? As I'm typing out a question for Show about what happened with him and Strike X, a text from Mayu comes in. Looks like we still go against Yuuna Bagesha instead. Yuuna Bagesha doesn't sound familiar, but I can't recall which team they are. Who are they again? A team we must demolish. Of course Kaori would write in all caps. Whoa, that's even more aggressive than usual. Shut up, Show. Please don't be upset, Kaori. I'm fine. While the texts come in, I rack my brain trying to recall what I know about the name. Oh, right. Never mind. They're that team that's all girls, right? Yeah. They're supposed to be pretty good. Who cares? I won't let them beat us. The texts cease after that. Probably for the best. Yeah, it might be. What do I feel like doing now? Yuuna! I was browsing a list of clubs and classes earlier, and Ace offers a cooking club. I remember Nikki mocking me, saying I should join when she first started her club, but maybe that isn't such a bad idea. You would be able to learn how to cook for yourself, and chicks love guys that can cook. The look on her face would be priceless if I offered to cook and it was edible. I'll go check it out. The cooking class is held in the culinary building. I enter the classroom filled with multiple cooking stations already set up with ingredients. It kind of reminds me of a chemistry lab, but with stoves and ovens. That's essentially what it is. In the corner of the room I spot Yuuna and claim the station beside her. Hey Yuuna. She blinks in surprise.
Oh, hey! Are you part of the cooking club?
No, I'm just dropping in today.
Me too! What brings you here?
I'd like to make a meal for Nikki.
That's really nice of you. I'm sure she'll appreciate it.
I hope so. She's a whiz in the kitchen. What about you? What brings you here?
Since I quit the SBA, I've got a lot of extra time, so I've been trying out some of the other clubs Ace offers.
Anything catching your interest?
A couple, but I'm still weighing my options. Besides, it's fun trying new things.
The student instructor arrives and everyone breaks away from their conversations and stands at their stations.
Welcome, everyone!
He sounds a little too into it. He goes into a short message explaining who he is and the rules and structure of the club.
Now that that's out of the way, today we will be learning how to make kasutera. If you haven't already done so, please put on your aprons.
Aw man, do we get a frilly pink one? I slip off my blazer and tie the apron around my waist.
First, we will preheat the oven to 160 degrees. And don't forget to line your pan with parchment paper.
Isn't that a little low? Oh right, that's in Celsius.
For our dry ingredients, we will have 1 cup and 2.5 tablespoons of bread flour and 1 cup of sugar. The wet ingredients will have 6 eggs and 5 tablespoons of honey diluted with 2.5 tablespoons of water.
Okay. At least there aren't that many ingredients. As instructed, I measure out the ingredients. And that felt like that sentence has ingredients in it one too many times. Wait, I forgot to preheat the oven. What temperature should it be at? Oh, 160. There we go. I preheat the oven to 160 degrees. So we could really fuck that up if we don't have that option. And it's also a time trial thing, so you gotta actually... Okay, I like that. The instructor continues to provide instructions as I follow the best that I can. Oh. She's got like a little bit of like custard on her face. While whisking the eggs, my gaze wanders over to Yuuna. She carefully pours the flour into her measuring cup and leveling it off before dumping it into the bowl. Her tongue sticks out slightly as she is concentrating. I try to hold back a chuckle when she glances at me. There's a smudge of flour on her cheek and I can't hold back my smile. She matches my grin before turning back to her ingredients. I refocus on my own station and add the sugar. The only thing left is to add the honey. How much water did I need to dilute the honey? Oh yay, we get the right answer right away. This is great. I add 2.5 tablespoons of water. And it also looks like there's the correct answer in there anyway, just to make sure that you're staying, you know, it doesn't give you the choice just to completely balls it up.
Once you add the last of your flour, mix the ingredients until combined. Be careful not to overmix.
Well, I read that before he said it and I thought it said combust. I was like, what?
Pour the batter into your pan and let it bake for 35 minutes.
Alright. As instructed, I add the last of my flour to the mixture and continue to mix it. What counts as overmixing anyway? How do I know if I mixed it just the right amount or too much? Using my wooden spoon, I poke around to see if there are any flour chunks still left. Nope. I guess that means the batter is ready to go in the oven. I set the timer for 35 minutes. Oh, this one actually lets you fuck up. Okay. Now just to wait and see. So, if you don't take the intelligence perk on this, you just balls this entire little thing up. Or it's not perfect. Once my timer dings, I carefully remove the cake from the oven. It's baked unevenly, so some of the sides are spilling over the pan. I think it might be a little darker on one side too. Does that mean it's burnt? I guess there's only one way to find out. Wait, I did everything right! Pry it out of the pan and put it on my plate. Some of the edges got stuck to the parchment paper. When I removed them, there were patches of yellow exposure under the darkish brown layer. Yuuna carefully sets her cake on her plate. It's a perfect loaf with a golden brown top and light yellow sides. She glances over at my cake and hides her smile with a cough. The instructor begins to taste test in my row at the back of the classroom. He reaches me before Yuuna.
It didn't quite come out the way you expected, did it? But let's see how it tastes.
He puts a forkful of the cake in his mouth. His eyes light up in a smile.
This is absolutely delightful!
Really?
Let me try.
Yuuna stands right beside me, staring curiously at my cake. She tries a small piece.
Oh wow, this is so good.
Yeah, getting praise. I beam. Nikki's going to be so surprised. The instructor stops at Yuuna's station next.
This is a beautiful cake! I can't wait to see how it tastes.
Yuuna's face lights up in anticipation as the instructor takes a bite. He pauses, straining to keep his face calm, and then gulps heavily. Oh.
How is it?
Oh. His voice trembles with hope. The instructor's voice is hoarse as he chokes out his next words.
Practice makes perfect.
What?
Let me try. I take a bite.
How is it?
It's like if sugar and plaster had a baby together and was left to sit out in the sun until every drop of moisture was baked out of it. Wow. How do I put this nicely? Practice makes perfect.
Again? Can it really be so bad?
Yuuna grabs a forkful and stuffs a piece into her mouth. She grimaces and sighs deeply.
Practice does make perfect.
Well, aside from the results of your baking, what did you think of the class?
It was fun, but surprisingly challenging.
I assumed that she would have been amazing at cooking. She glances at her cake again, then mutters under her breath.
Where did I go wrong?
You going to stick with this as your new extracurricular activity?
I don't know. I want to keep checking out other clubs.
Makes sense.
It looks like other students are trying each other's cakes. You want to try some?
Sure. You and I walk around the room and try some of the other cakes with varying results. Once we taste it all, then we head out. No, you gotta take your cake back to Nikki. She would never believe you made it. Fuck. I'm in the pilot's lounge watching the Japanese versus China gear playoff match. The lounge is packed with students. This is a highly anticipated game. Many shout at the TV, but I watch in silence, sipping my drink and enjoying the ambiance.
Exciting game, right?
Oh yeah, it's... Wait a minute, what did I call him? Douchebag White Hair McFuckface? Was that it? I don't remember what I called him last time. We're gonna go with that, White Hair McFuckface. I glance up in surprise, but nod. Akira grins and sits down in the seat across from me. Although he seems like a nice guy, we don't talk very often, and it's unusual he'd approach me. I suppose I do have a really good view of the TV, though. A string of boos and yells fill the room as China takes out one of the Japanese gears. People are really getting into it this time.
Yeah, it was predicted that this year China was going to be a strong opponent for Japan, and it looks like that's coming true.
Is that why there's such a big turnout? I gesture to the crowded room, and Akira nods.
This is the first year that China's even made it this far in the playoffs. Everyone's watching to see who will come out on top.
I guess that makes sense. So who do you think will win? He doesn't even hesitate.
Japan. What do you think?
Man, alright, we gotta go with Japan. Definitely Japan. China might be catching up, but their technology hasn't reached the same innovation standards as Japan's. Plus, this year's lineup is a completely new team, so they haven't had the same player advantage as Japan's seasoned team.
I agree.
He gives me a long look. Wonder what he's thinking. Oh, and then if we had the other trait, we'd be able to know what he's thinking.
Speaking of matches, I believe congratulations are in order for you and your team.
I still don't like this guy. Me? Your team is still holding the #1 spot on the leaderboards. For now.
Sure, but you guys are quickly catching up. You started out at rank 21, but you've already made it to rank 11.
You just got to go in there, you go in there, you hold back, you make sure you get a just a good enough position to qualify, and then you go in just after that and you kick ass. That way you can go and hustle the match, you got to get those bets going. Yeah, it's kind of weird to think about it. And we're going up against an even better team this week since Strike X got disqualified.
Yeah, the school is taking no chances with them.
What do you mean? Akira blinks.
You didn't hear?
No?
The team lead and one of his starting pilots got into a huge fight, and they did not hold back. I mean, there were some serious injuries, so both members obviously couldn't compete.
Why'd they get in a fight?
The leader decided to sideline his starting pilot, and his pilot didn't like that.
They're on the same team. Couldn't they just talk it out? I'm sure the leader had a reason. Akira shrugged.
I don't know all the details, but my guess is that there probably wasn't a good reason to sideline the pilot. Either way, because the fight escalated to the degree in which Ace had to get involved, the school is currently investigating the team.
That's some crazy shit.
Yeah. Who are you going up against now?
Ono Bageisha.
Oh, May's team.
Yeah, I hear they're really strong. Akira nods.
They are, but so are you. In fact, I'm really looking forward to my match with you.
Oh, you're looking forward for the match with us. Yeah. We'll be seeing you there. We'll be taking you out. That still might be a ways off considering my team's rank.
Right, but you guys have been on a winning streak, haven't you?
Yep.
Because of that, your matchmaking rating, or MMR, is actually higher than your earned rank. That tends to happen with outliers like being an undefeated team.
What he says makes sense. Plus, I'm not going to question Akira about how being undefeated works.
I have a feeling that if you beat Onabu Geisha, it won't be long before we face each other on the field.
Alright, white hair McFuckface. We won't go easy on you. Don't get too comfortable in that number 1 spot. Akira merely smiles. I continue to watch the game in silence. He's still going to be called white hair McFuckface. After a while, Akira stands.
I wish I could watch the end of this match, but I've got to head to class. I'll see you later.
I'm sure. I nod. After Akira leaves, I check my phone and notice a text from Sho. Why do you not have it on a ringer? Your phone should go off when you get a text. Don't forget tomorrow that we're getting our game on at the beach. Meet there at 11. As if I could forget that. I shoved my phone back into my pocket and watched the rest of the game. In the end, Japan won with just 1 gear left standing. Damn. Still got some time before heading home tonight. I want to know a little bit more about Sho. I know we've been mostly sticking to Yuuna and Valerie, just because they are, like, the most interesting options. But I want to mix it up just a little bit. Let's go talk to Sho. I feel productive today, but I don't want to hit the books and study just yet. I know a good way of channeling this energy. I'll work out at the gym. Other than my physical education class, I haven't been getting any exercise. I need to get back into a solid routine. I head to the rec center and get changed in the lockers. As I make my way into the weight room, I pass by the gymnasium. Normally it'd be empty, but today is full of people. Is there a class going on right now? Unable to curb my curiosity, I peek into the room. The gym is decked out with equipment. Balance beams, steel rings, parallel bars, uneven bars, pommel horses, etc. I can't see the floor beneath the layers of blue mats. Students seem to fly and flip from all corners of the room. My mouth drops in wonder as I spot a very familiar face hanging from the steel rings. Sho? At the sound of his name, Sho turns towards the sound of my voice and loses his grip. I wince as he comes crashing onto the mat below. After a second, he gets up and rubs his head, then looks at me. Such grace, much elegant. I clap slowly. I give that fall a solid 5 out of 7. Sho frowns.
Not funny, man. I was going for a personal record.
What are you doing here? Sho wipes the sweat from his face with his towel.
Trying to balance on the still rings.
No, I mean, I didn't picture you as a gymnastics type of guy.
Why not? It helps with staying fit, build strength, flexibility, core training.
A pair of girls walks by us wearing Ace Academy gym wear. Their stomachs are completely flat and they have perky features. Okay, I get it. It flashes a smile as they walk by.
Flexibility.
You already said that one.
Did I?
His attention is on another group of girls practicing the splits in the corner. My man! And that has nothing to do with it? He grins.
It's a bonus.
Oh, it's definitely a bonus. I'm pretty sure that's the main course for you.
I will neither confirm nor deny that.
My man! We both grin.
Plus, you're competing with yourself to always be better.
Huh?
You set personal records for yourself, and then the next time you come, you try to beat them.
I'm not entirely sure where he's going with this. Like how long you can hold yourself up, I guess?
That's just step 1. Once you're comfortable just holding your weight, then you start doing tricks like handstands. It's a lot harder than you think.
He motions towards the steel bars.
Try it.
Sure. I psych myself up. Alright, let's do this.
That's the spirit.
I jump and catch myself on the steel rings. Let my body hang. The rings wobble around as I try to pull myself up. Whoa, this is a lot harder than I thought it'd be.
Use your core.
I squeeze my core tight and try to do a pull-up. The rings shake precariously. I have to hold them. Just don't panic and keep it steady. Steady. I manage to steady myself. After I find my center of balance, I slowly do 3 pull-ups in a row. The show watches on with interest. Afterwards, I let go and drop to my feet.
You sure you haven't done this before? You are a pro!
Nah, it's just plot armor. I grin. Nope. I knew I had nothing to worry about. Piece of cake.
Show!
Hitomi. A girl I don't recognize waves at Show as she races over.
How's it going?
Hey, Hitomi!
Dude looks at me up and down. She smiles with interest.
Who's your impressive friend?
You saw him too?
She nods.
Hitomi, meet Brosif.
Don't introduce me as Brosif, you motherfucker! That is not our name.
Brosif, meet Hitomi.
My name's not Brosif, you piece of shit. She blinks.
Brosif?
Show nods and beams. It's Southern Wolf.
Whoa, really?
Why is he surprised? I nod slowly. He rubs his chin in thought.
I've been calling you Brosif for so long I forgot.
Hitomi laughs and playfully touches Show's arm. My man.
That's adorable.
Show beams.
I'm just about done. How about you?
I'm almost done too.
Okay, I'm going to start packing. Come find me when you want to head out.
Show nods. Hitomi smiles at him and then waves at me.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, same. Show bounces out of the gym. I assume she's going to change in the locker room. You two know each other well?
Kind of. We met in this class. Her dorm building is actually the one next to mine.
Yeah, so you're gonna go over there for some quality, flexibility practice? That's pretty coincidental.
I know, right? Anyway, we ran into each other once, and when she realized we lived so close together, she insisted that we walk back together ever since.
Aw, shit. The way that she acts towards Sho is obviously that she has more than a casual interest in him. Of course, knowing Sho, the fact isn't obvious to him. Exactly. He's hopeless. Now, see, this goes back to what I was saying earlier. He's an ace pilot, and this being one more thing that adds to it, it doesn't surprise me that there are people. It doesn't surprise me that anyone in the piloting program wouldn't be popular in some way. Dude, you know she's into you, right? Sho blinks and raises an eyebrow.
What are you talking about?
God, he's oblivious. The laughing, the arm touching, the asking to walk back together. Sho shrugs.
She's just friendly. You're looking too much into it.
Dude, Ichika, come on. I mean, Sho, I'm sorry, I get you confused with Ichika Orimura because you are so fucking dense. I'm telling Mayu. I wonder what Mayu would think if you were walking girls back to their dorms.
What? Don't do that!
Ah, I thought nothing was going on.
Nothing is going on. But I don't want Mayu to get the wrong impression.
You're not dating Mayu, so why would she care?
She wouldn't.
So then what's the issue? Sho blinks then frowns.
It's not an issue, but still.
Alright. I think Sho is really confused about his own feelings. Alright, man, sounds like you'll be headed off soon, and I still have to go work out. Sho nods.
It was good seeing you. You should stop by again.
I'll think about it. Sho gives me a bro fist bump, and we head our separate ways. I go work out until it's time to head home. It's quiet in the house when I arrive home. I guess no one's here. It's no surprise that Uncle Kaito is at work, but I still would have expected Nikki to be home by now. She's been spending more and more time at her cooking club. Must be doing really well. Let's take advantage of the quiet and study. As I head upstairs, a blonde head peeks around the corner.
Is that you, big bro?
I pause at the top of the stairs. Hey, I didn't think you were home. Nikki grins mischievously.
Is it because for once I wasn't slaving away in the kitchen waiting for you to come back?
Oh my god! The second fucking option, oh my shit. Oh. Also the fourth option. Oh my god though, that second option. Jesus Christ. You're like the waifu I didn't ask for. I didn't realize you suddenly turned into my wife. Nikki stares at me.
Did you just call me your wife?
No, your comment sounded something like a wife would say.
Don't make this weird, bro.
Not making it weird. You made it weird. She just shakes her head.
Stop. Just stop.
You have to annoy the shit out of them sometimes.
Anyway, before you so rudely distracted me, I had a question for you.
No, I'm sure you did. What is it?
Can you give me a ride to the beach tomorrow?
But we was gonna have fun times with our friends. Fuck. I blink at her. How do you know I was going to the beach?
Because tomorrow is Umiko's festival?
How did you know about that? Nikki stares at me as if I had two heads.
Because I live in Isokaze. Did you know about this?
Not exactly. Sho doesn't specify why we were going, he just invited me.
And you didn't bother to ask.
Do I really need a reason to go to the beach?
Fair point. Well, if you want to know, tomorrow is a festival to honor Umiko, the protector of Isokaze.
Ah, okay.
A long time ago, the Dragon King threatened to drown the island if Umiko didn't marry him. So when she agreed to live with him in his underwater castle, she stole his magical pearl and now uses it to control the waves.
Okay, that's actually really cool. Huh, that's pretty cool. Oh, there we go! How did you learn this?
You know I've always loved mythologies.
I myself have always loved mythology as well. It's like something like Japan has, what, like 10? I like the number always changes whenever I hear it. It's like 8 or 10 million gods or something like that, or deities or something like that. That's true.
So, can you take me or not?
Sure, I'll be leaving at 10:45. Her face falls.
Oh.
Why, oh.
Well, my friends aren't going to be there until later.
So hitch a ride with them.
I don't really feel comfortable asking them.
Fine, then you can come with me.
But you're going so early.
Then take the bus. She smiles sweetly.
When I said early, I actually meant that's perfect.
That's what I thought. Nikki cranes her neck to peek down the stairs behind me.
You hungry yet?
Yeah, a bit.
Me too. Come on, let's go downstairs and see what we have.
She moves past me and flies down the stairs. I follow her slowly. Nikki and I whip up a quick dinner, then I spend the rest of the night looking up more information about the festival before going to bed. I flip around in the bed, too excited to settle down before finally drifting off to sleep. And with that, I'd like to thank you all so very much for watching. If you liked this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up, and if you haven't hit that subscribe button, make sure you do that as well. We're going to be headed to the beach next episode, so keep your eyes peeled for the next episode. And until next time, see ya.